What would you do if your partner started acting like a toddler in public and it began to ruin your life? In today's story, the protagonist's choice is a masterclass in how to handle it. We all go through phases and pick up annoying habits. And sometimes we just need our loved ones to gently tell us if we've picked up a particularly egregious habit. Sometime in the last year, my husband, who I will call Arthur, picked up a habit where he talks like a baby. At first it was funny, but it quickly passed into embarrassing, cringe-worthy behavior. For example, he'd say doggo, pupper, woofer/subwoofer, pibble, hootie boy, peepo, burb, meow meow, Sammy, sandwiches, Sammy whammy, chicky nuggies, and chicky tendies. He also started adding a toddler-esque lisp to words. The ones that really got gross were childish euphemisms for genitalia or sex. I cannot emphasize this enough. It is not endearing or sexy to have Arthur talk about my boobies and his wiener and weenie and wee-wee, hoo-haws and bajingos. It makes me sick. We have not had sex for 6 months because he cannot stop talking about my boobies. Just before the pandemic hit, we were out at a restaurant with some friends. Arthur actually ordered a Chicky Sammy. He said that exact phrase. Chicky, Sammy, look. It's totally fine that he ordered the chicken sandwich. That's not the issue. Our friends noticed the baby talk, because he insisted on continuing the joke and even started talking with this god-awful toddler lilt accent. After that, I just couldn't stomach the idea of going out with him to adult places. I'd go out to the brewery with friends, but God forbid he join me and say, "Me want another beer," or something. I don't know where it came from. I don't know why he's doing this. I finally hit my limit when we were grocery shopping. Everything seemed normal and fine until he gasped like a kid, ran to the ice cream section, and jumped up and down yelling, ice cream, I want chocolate." I was mortified. People were staring at him and me. He kept going and kept saying, "Can we get popsicles?" I just said, "Either talk to me like an adult or I'm leaving." He started saying, "Oh, you must be fun at parties and lighten up, will you?" and shit like that. I just said, "Fuck it," and left the store, leaving him to walk home, like a mile. It was fine, because I couldn't even look at him. Since then, things have been very tense, and he keeps telling me that he wants an apology for embarrassing him by leaving him in the store. I told him that people don't get to demand apologies. If someone wants to apologize, it's up to them. And I am absolutely not going to apologize for saving myself the embarrassment of a 35-year-old man with a mortgage and retirement account asking for chocolate ice CWEAM. He got his fucking mom, Eleanor, involved. No joke. She keeps telling me it's just a phase and that he's probably bored and I should be happy this is his midlife crisis, rather than him fucking 19-year-olds at the local bar. I'm going crazy. Do I really just need to let my husband continuously embarrass me like this? I have talked to him multiple times, especially about the sexual comments. I've made it extremely, abundantly clear that him using terms like boobies and wee-wee are absolutely repulsive to me. Among other things he says, Arthur has a job, and he acts completely normal there as far as I know. He worked from home for a while during lockdown, and I never heard him talk like this to anyone he worked with. Does he do it with friends? Sometimes, and it's generally meant to annoy them or gross them out, but he stops. He has friends where they think it's cute to embarrass each other. Is this a kink/fetish? If so, I'm absolutely done. Has he seen a doctor? No, but I've asked him if he needed to talk to someone because he was acting strange, and he accused me of being stuck up and judgmental. Given that he doesn't act like this with his coworkers, or his family, and only jokes around with his friends, I'm willing to bet that this is an indication that he's trying to force this fetish on me non-consensually, or trying to get me to leave. Is it a tumor? I don't know. Like I said, I asked him if he needed to see someone. I can't force him, even if I want to, just to find out if there's any way we can salvage this. But after this post closes I will try to get him to. Maybe his sister, Clara, can encourage him, even though he acts completely normal around them. Does he have childhood trauma? As far as I know, and I'm relatively close to his family and would likely know, the most traumatic thing he had happen was a minor car accident when he was around 13 years old. No injuries, no death, etc. He hasn't been in a car accident in the past 2 years or anything like that, and I haven't. And as far as I know, no one else in his family has been, etc. One commenter, Befub14435, sagely suggested, I'd sit him down and have a serious heart-to-heart. I did not marry a toddler. I married an adult partner to build a life with. I have told you repeatedly that this is not a joke. I find it annoying, and whatever other adjectives you'd like. And it has caused me to lose all sexual attraction to you, and not having sex for 6 months is a problem. And instead of modifying your behavior and trying to respect my feelings, you bring in your mother to our relationship to justify your actions. If you are truly a little boy who wants his mommy, you can pack up your stuff and live with her. If you are interested in saving this marriage, you will not only go to a regular doctor for a checkup to make sure there isn't some underlying medical condition for this change in behavior, you will start marriage counseling with me immediately. So if this behavior is in response to some subconscious need you are not having met, we can figure it out together. These are your options. Fight for our marriage as an adult, or be a child that's not old enough for any sort of meaningful relationship and go live with your mother. This truly encapsulates the frustration and the necessary ultimatum. Another insightful comment from Fuck You Galen pointed out, but he got his mummy involved. So tell her she is welcome to take her toddler shopping while he screams for ice cream ICWEAM. I want chocolate. Not to bring him back till she has raised him back to adulthood. This perfectly highlighted the absurdity of the situation and the enabling behavior of his mother. The story's core lesson is that a healthy relationship requires mutual respect and adult communication. When one partner consistently undermines that with demeaning behavior, the other is justified in drawing a firm line. What would you do if your partner refused to stop infantilizing themselves, especially when it impacted your sexual intimacy and public dignity?